What's family? We're back at y'all with another video. And we just want to just go over today, like 5 things that's most important to having a successful relationship, or the 5 things that we think are most important.
We think this is a different video, that you guys will actually like this video, because we figured out in the last year what works best for us, even though we don't have a lot of problems. So why not express the knowledge out to you guys? We will be 5 years in 2019 in September.
Yep.
And we don't have any, we're not perfect, but we don't have any serious complications. And I think it's because we follow these 5 rules. But number 1
is honesty. I feel like if you're not honest with your partner, then it's no use in even being with them.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like honesty covers every area. So being honest about what you did, if you did cheat, be honest about that. If you feel like you started the argument, be honest about it.
About how
you
feel.
Yeah, don't play the blame game. Just be honest. Accept it and just that's the easier way to move past things.
Yeah, and that go in with like accepting responsibility for the wrongs that you do in a relationship. That go in with being honest also. Because if you being honest about it, I messed up. Okay, I'm taking responsibility for that and apologizing.
Right, as opposed to saying, no, I didn't do it, you did. Then it starts a whole nother. Number 2
is going to be communication. Communication is very important in a relationship, because if I don't know what she want, or if I don't know if she having a problem, then I can't do anything to fix it. And vice versa.
Yeah.
Your partner got to know what you want, what you like, what you need in order for them to be able to fulfill that for you.
My perspective, I think communication plays a role where how is somebody supposed to know if your feelings are hurt or if you're mad about something if you don't communicate that to them? Or if you don't like something, like if you don't like, the way, your spouse, I don't know, talk to these other girls, or how they treat you in front of company, or I don't know, something crazy. You express that to them, but how are they supposed to know how you feel if you don't communicate? Plus, when you're in an argument, it's better to just walk away and communicate about it later. Move on past that chapter and not build a wall between you guys.
And that's something that we came to the conclusion that works for us. That's not necessarily something that's going to work for everybody. But we've noticed over the past 5 years that if she go her way and calm down, and I go my way and calm down, we can come together later and discuss it like regular people. Yeah, like we know if we get it's getting too hot, we just gonna go separate ourselves and come back once we regroup, and then it won't be like a hard down argument.
Is number 3, which is trust. You have to trust your partner, and it's a hard one. I think that is one of the hardest ones, just because some girls go into other relationships automatically with trust issues. Yeah, and I feel like when you first meet somebody or first get with somebody, you can't just not trust them if they never gave you a reason. Not saying that you should trust them, but it's easier to trust the person first than to not trust the person.
Yeah, because then you go in head first not trusting that person, and they like, well, dang, I might as well have been doing it. Right. You was gonna not trust me from the beginning,
right? And overall, you have to really trust your partner. Like if they go out, don't ask them. They'll be trying to.
And your partner gotta fulfill that trust. Yeah, your partner gotta okay, I've made Mari secure and letting me go and do my own thing just because I did that. Like, I built that trust for her and me. You got to build that trust, and also you got to give that trust in a relationship.
I agree. Definitely. Trust is a big one. And don't say you trust somebody if you really don't trust nobody, and that plays a role in communication.
Yeah, because if you telling me you trust me, but then you FaceTime me 5 minutes after I say that I'm going out, then I'm like, okay, you really don't even trust me.
Right. Number 4, which is self-identity. I think it's really important that couples have self-identity because we tend to get into couple goals and want to be together all the time. It's very unhealthy to be with your partner 24/7. You need to still be yourself. You need to still have your own separate friends. Your friends don't always have to be together. You can do things separate. Everything doesn't have to be together because it becomes very toxic.
Yeah, or like always about your partner. Like y'all gotta go out and do other stuff with other people and not be together.
Yeah, because you don't want to be that friend that always brings your partner. Then they're like, dang, you can't never do nothing without your significant other, and vice versa. Because that means it comes to a problem. Trust me, we know. We do YouTube together. We're always together.
Yeah,
it's not toxic for us, but we did realize we was losing our self-identity, and that it was more important to have friends. Yeah,
and I think that self-identity part comes into play like when you get deeper into a relationship. When it comes to a point where y'all all each other know, when y'all done been together for like 3 or 4 years, and it's like when you get in a relationship, you really lose majority of your friends just because a lot of the friends ain't gonna like your significant other, or they ain't gonna like the fact that you spending more time with your significant other and not spending time with them. It's always gonna get to a point when it comes to friends. So I mean, that's why I mean, like later on in the relationship, like years down the line, I feel like that's where self-identity come into play, because at the beginning of a relationship, y'all first come together, you had people that you was already hanging out with, and they had people that they was already hanging out with. But after time, it's like y'all just hanging out with each other because y'all figuring out if y'all really love each other. Y'all spending lots of time together. In that time, that's when, you losing friends here and there,
and that plays a role into rule number 5, which is friendship, because you start maintaining a friendship with your significant other, which is very important to have before you have a committed relationship, because you always want to find a friend into your partner. And I think that's something like we know how to switch it off. Like sometimes we are like, people think we're like sisters.
Yeah, because we play so much. Like we play.
All we do is play and just have fun.
Yeah, and I think the reason why it's important in a relationship is because at the end of the day, if me and Mari get into an argument and we mad at each other, if she walk past me and do something funny, I'm still gonna laugh at her because I'm her friend. Yeah. First. So, like, I feel like that is what brings us back together in the end, because...
Yeah, because when you put yourself in the mindset of just being in a relationship, it gets toxic. Like, if you can't laugh, you always got to be serious, and all of this in your relationship is no fun. Right. There's no point in being with somebody that you can't have fun with when you go to amusement parks or anything. You want to have a friend. Because, it is true that in the beginning, you be in the little puppy stage, you first go on dates, you still have your friends. After a while, once you start building a friendship with your significant other, your friends start realizing you're hanging out with them less, or they don't want to always hang out with your significant other, especially if you have single friends. Then you start to lose out on your friends, and then you go apart from your friends, and that is where, the self-identity part, then you're like, oh my God, my friend, blah, blah. After a while, even though having a nice friend with your partner is important, but it can also be toxic because sometimes you want to gossip with your friends and talk to your friends and vent to your friends, and you need other friends to do that. Yeah, and we have one friend together, which is Alicia, and she goes there with us. Yeah, if I have to vent, she got to vent to me, then she go to Deja, or vice versa. And yeah, definitely it's really important to have other friends outside of your relationship.
But yeah, definitely, y'all. So the 5 things that we think was most important. So honesty, communication, trust, self-identity, and friendship.
Those are our top 5 things to maintain a healthy relationship. I feel like if you practice all 5 things and you really commit to it, you have a successful relationship. Because we are almost at 5 years, which is amazing. And I feel like we don't have no serious issues to the point where, this is getting boring. We don't want to do this anymore. It's aggravating. Nothing. I think nothing can break that. Once you have that, that's like a stable, that's like a nice foundation.
Yeah, almost start. Well, yeah. We out to a good start.
2019. And y'all, of course, we really like interactive subscribers. We want you guys to interact with us just a little bit more, because in the future we're going to want to do more giveaways and a lot of things that include you guys interacting with us. So we want to know what your top 5 things, top 3, top 2 things that you think is important to have in a relationship, and comment them down below, and let's see who agrees and who disagrees, because we want to know other things. This is what we feel like this was, but not everybody's opinions is the same. So we definitely want to know your opinions.
And also, y'all, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, and share this video.
Because it's really important, y'all. We are trying to reach our goal, which is so far at 100 subscribers. Eventually, it will go up. We are currently at 82 subscribers. So share the video, get your friends to subscribe. If other people like, YouTube, tell them to check us out. We don't mind, and we're very, very interactive on Twitter, you guys. We have a joint account, and you can follow that joint account. It's at Amari and Deja, and we love to talk back. We respond to you guys like regular. It would never change. Doesn't matter how big we get, how small we get, it would never change. We're always going to interact with you guys. We want to know what you guys want to see, what you guys like, if there's any challenges. Definitely
video ideas, definitely, because we go through and we like pick and choose videos that we want to do, but if it's something that y'all think that we want to do, we'll definitely do it, man.
Yeah, but just be looking out for an updated question and answer video, and why we've been going so long, because we're definitely going to explain those videos to you. And we've had fun doing this video, and
yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the Woods family.